It's gonna be fine. Hi friends, my name is Megan.
And I'm Ariel.
And welcome to a very special episode of a Knotty Mess and Arieknits podcast, where we are gonna just talk to you about all of our matching knits.
Yay.
We're pretty excited for this. We've been planning this for a long time, since our friends Emily and Maya did their episode, and we were like, wait a second. We have a lot of things that match.
A lot of matching things.
We make a lot of things because we like each other's, but also sometimes we test together and do other fun things, and also always get pulled into every matching knit request from any of our friends.
Can't say no.
We can't say no. So we are in Ariel's beautiful backyard, and we're going to take you through 30-ish knits, and some of them have more than one. So there's a lot of sweaters happening, and t-shirts and tank tops and cardigans and a couple of shawls. So I first want to start with a little bit about our measurements, and then what we'll do with the format will just be, we'll talk about the thing, we will talk about what size we made in it, and like give you a little bit of, notes on why we love it or why we made it or any of those fun things. So first, let's do measurements. I have them right here in front of me. So this is my actual body, so that you kind of know what we're wearing. And I do have notes for every one of these. I went through and I made some notes. If you watch my podcast, I talked about it this week, and I gleaned my beautiful things, but I did make some notes so that we would kind of be able to tell you what the recommended ease is and then what we made, because we got to make our own choices. That's the nice thing about making your own clothes. Okay, so for me, my upper bust is 42 inches, my full bust is 45, my waist is 39, and my hips are 52. I typically knit a size 5 or an XL or an E, depending on how people do sizing. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. And then Ariel is do you want to do yours?
So my upper bust is around 31 inches, my full bust is around 31.5 inches, a waist is 29 inches, and hip is 37 inches. So.
Okay, yeah. And so we obviously look a little bit different in size. So I also thought this would be a fun episode for both our viewership to kind of see us next to each other in what we're wearing and what we made and the choices we made for our ease. So let's just dive right in. Are you excited?
I'm ready.
Okay, she's nervous, but we're gonna have so much fun. We've never filmed in front of each other.
Yeah.
Have we ever?
I
don't think so. We obviously spend a lot of time together, so
Yes.
this is not that weird, but hopefully it's just gonna be like you hanging out with friends. Okay, let's start. What are we wearing?
Okay, this is the Brume sweater by Andrea Mowry.
Yeah, so this one is supposed to have a lot of ease. 6 to 10 inches. It's one of the ones that has bigger ease out of the things that we've made together. And this one is a top down, and it's got this like funnel neck, and we both chose to make this out of the same yarn.
Yes.
From different dyers.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go through mine first. I made this with Treehouse Knits Magnolia Brush Merino. She doesn't have this in every collection, but this one is a, so these are the same, so you don't have to tell your blend if you don't want to, but this is a 90% wool and a 10% nylon, but it's like a sport weight yardage, but it's a bulky knit. So it's kind of a weird yarn, and it's got like a matte feeling, but it's very cozy, and we're getting warm, so we're gonna do this one first so we can go into the next thing. And I made a size 4, which is 48 inches. This doesn't have a ton of ease on me. That's only 3 inches. It's less than the recommended, but also I'm pretty sure I didn't put the measurements in Ravelry, and I think that this is actually bigger because this yarn played a little bit bigger. So I think this is actually probably closer to like 52. And I didn't measure this one for you, but some of them I have the actual measurements. But I just finished this one first. Maybe that's really all we need to share.
Yes. Yeah.
I finished this one first a year ago or so.
Okay. Sounds right. Okay, so my yarn, again, same base, but different dyers. So mine's is from Sorella yarn. The base is called Woolly, and I think it was new. I think from this collection, it was the Coffee House collection, it was like a new base for Sorella. And the colorway is London Fog. It's like a nice variegated color. I made size 1, which is 36 inches in circumference, but I also think that after blocking and some wearing, mine did grow out a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, so Megan made hers first, and I was like, I love it so much, but also how am I going to get this yarn base? I think I was waiting for Treehouse to have this yarn base again.
Yeah.
But then I saw Sorella's yarn base, and I was like, this sounds suspiciously familiar and the same. And so then I was like, yep, I'm buying it and I'm gonna make the Brume. And I think I made it pretty instantly after I got
You did, and I was over here for a knit night wearing this, and she was like, oh yes, I got the yarn, let's see if it's exactly the same.
Yes.
Is exactly the same. And I think you cast on like that week. So that's pretty fun.
Yep.
All right, let's go to our next one. All right, here we are in knit number 2. This one is The Traveler by Andrea Mowry. This pattern is also available in the same pattern as a crew neck, but we both chose to make the hoodie version. I think our whole group made the hoodie version.
Think so, yeah.
And we can put those up. Oh gosh, hold on.
My hair.
Yeah, we've got a lot of hair happening here today. Okay, hoods are cute. And this one was a big group knit for us, and so we decided to make this with our PKW, that's our Seattle friends here, and our Bay Area friends. This, I'll tell you the other one, but this was our second big group make, where the first one, they all came to flock in 2024, and we all wore something together, which we'll go over that one. But this one, they didn't come up for 2025, but we all made this, and so it's so cute. This is supposed to also have 6 to 10 inches of positive ease and is very cropped as it is in pattern. This is a bottom-up sweater, so you can decide if you're running out of yarn, if you just want to make it a crew neck. There's no differences until you get to that finishing. And yeah, I will go through first my sizing. So this, for me, I made it out of Queensland Collection Rainbow Beach yarn in the colorway Boysenberry. I love this yarn. It is superwash merino, but it is a little bit scritchy. You feel that? It's like very rustic, but it's held up really well in this pattern, and I got a good amount of drape and ease from it without it feeling like it stretched out. This is a size 4. It's 50 inches. That is about 5 inches on me, so I'm just under the recommended ease, but I love the fit of this. I think this one is great. I wear this all the time. Ariel just said, I haven't put this on in a while. And I literally wear this at least 2 times a month, pretty much the whole year, because I just feel like it's so easy to put on. And that's all. And I did finish this second, but we did cast on, I think, all around the same time. And I cast on and did the hem and then didn't touch it for 3 months. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so yeah, yarn for mine is Woolberry Berry Sport in the colorway Corky Caboose, the Caboose collection. Just needed that. I really like how this came out. I just was like, once it was knit up, I was like, I love it. Perfect. I made size 1, which is about 38 inches in circumference, so that's about 8 inches of positive ease for me. And yeah, I don't know, I think one thing was like, I knew that the stitch pattern was going to block out, like I kept hearing this, but I still felt like, because it is bottom up, I was like, there is no way I am done.
So tidy. I will say, I just made another one because I'm crazy, but I made one for my niece because she's adorable and she's 9, and that's the one that she asked for. I showed her some patterns and I know she's gonna wear it. That body, I made an adjusted size 0, so it just made it smaller than size 1, but otherwise did the adjustments, you know, like regular other things. And I brought it to knit night when it was almost done. I think I didn't have the hood yet, and everyone's like, that's not gonna fit anybody. And I was like, you guys, this is the same size as the pattern. This is what you made. That's what I'm saying though, it's very cropped. I did add length to mine, and I love it though. I wear it all the time. I recommend this one. Also Andrea Mowry. We're doing an Andrea Mowry section here in the beginning. If you didn't catch along, we've got more coming.
Yeah. Okay, this next one is the DRK Everyday Sweater by Andrea Mowry. And we're looking cute. We both have some hand spun versions, which is really great. Details, recommended ease for this about 2 to 4 inches. This is like a closer fitting knit, supposed to be. So compared to the other ones, which have lots of positive ease, this one's a bit more tight. But yeah, shall I go with mine first? Okay, so as I said, these were hand spun. So the fiber that I spun for mine was from ZZ Textiles. It was a Rambouillet fiber. I did a 2-ply. Oh, and the colorway was Elber Drickschel version 1.
Yes,
because she did an update. There was like some color.
It's like the red, I think.
Yes, there's some red. I think even some of the green a little bit. Yeah. But I love this version. I'm really glad that we got this version. So
I took Ariel's extra yarn. And I did my 2-ply recently. They match pretty well.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna use it for not this sweater, but something else.
Yes. Okay. Well, can't wait. Yeah. And then I made size 1 of this. I remember being very hesitant because I am not a negative ease, tight kind of fitting person, sweater wearer. But I was like, I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna go with it. So it's about 34 inches. That's like 4 inches of positive ease for me.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very happy with the fit on this. It is closer fitting, but I think it's like just right to make it like easy to wear, and it's not.
And one note here is everybody told us, we both have made some adjustments, and that was in armhole depth, being a little bit shallow in this, some people told us, and also the arms are quite tight. Ariel doesn't have a problem with how yours are fitting for this size. Mine are a little bit tight for me, and I did add a couple extra stitches. So if I did this again, that's an adjustment I would make. It fits fine, but it just doesn't give me as much grace in movement because it's a little bit tighter in my upper arms. This is something I knew. I did make a little bit of an adjustment, but it's hard to tell. Also because this is not a regular yarn, I did make a 2-ply, so it was like, you know, mostly DK-ish, but also this is a sport weight pattern, and I got to gauge, but you know, it was fun. I made mine with Yarn Jam Shanico. It's just 100% Shanico in the my color, which is called a Knotty Mess, from her first podcaster collection. I obviously am all about this color. It's beautiful. I love it.
It's so pretty.
No notes.
And Shanico.
She did a great job. Yeah, the Shanico is really cozy. I mean, both of these are pretty warm sweaters, and because they fit closer, they are warm. They are warm all the time, but they are really great for here. I think we have a really long cold season that you don't need like huge big giant sweaters, but you need something like this for a lot of it. So I made a size 4, and this is 46 inches, so I went with 1 inch of ease. That's pretty common for what I do, usually a little bit under the recommended ease. And I made mine because Maya made hers out of hand spun, and I love it. And then I think Emily made one out of not hand spun, and I also loved hers, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then you made yours because we all had one.
Yeah, and I was like, I specifically loved how the multicolored hand spun turned out in this, and that's why I went with this was my first multicolored, like hand dyed fiber.
Yeah, it's really interesting what happens with your striping, and like it really depends on your spin, but I think these were both pretty similar. Like obviously there's a little less variation in color for this, but it's similarly, if you get close, you can see, you can see how much like micro striping is kind of happening in the body. What's interesting is that my sleeves didn't change very much, and neither did yours.
Oh yeah.
So it's like somehow they just magically look pretty similar, even though I don't think we did any yarn management.
Nope.
I did not.
Nope.
Because
I just grabbed whatever was.
Okay. Is that all for this one? All right. We highly recommend.
Yes.
For a hand spun sweater.
Yes. Highly recommend.
Okay, I'll do the intro for this one because Ariel's gonna have some outfit changes. So this is the Birch pullover, also by Andrea Mowry. This one is, I will just start to say, this one is the first sweater I ever saw Emily wear. The first time I met her in knit group in 2023, and I was like, wow, I don't know that I could knit that right now. I was making garments, but maybe not like a ton of them at the time. Hadn't had a ton under my belt, and I was nervous about it. So this is the one that I wanted to make, and I really wanted to make. And then Ariel made one shortly after Emily did, and I was friends with them during this process or towards the end of it. And then we cast one on together, and I failed. I failed hard. I had to frog it. It was the wrong yarn. And then I took a whole year, though it took you a year to make the second one. Yes. So I took a whole year off, and then I came back strong, and I cast this on like December 31st or something. I needed to go into this year making it, and so I finished it sometime this spring. And this the recommended ease on this is 0 to 6 inches. Okay, so this is a little bit of a closer fitting one too for Andrea Mowry. Not a sleeve problem for me. This one has lots of sleeve room, but I made this out of back loop yarn basic sock, which is just like an 80-20 superwash merino nylon blend that you would get from any dyer. She custom dyed this color for me in periwinkle. She's no longer dyeing. It's really unfortunate. You'll see a lot of her yarn crop up through my yarn things, and you'll see us have a lot of similar yarns for things too. But I made a size 4, which is 45 inches. So this has no ease, but it is a superwash yarn. So it did block a little bit bigger than I necessarily needed. Though when I had it pre-blocking, it was feeling a little too close here in this area. And like, I wanted a little bit more space. I wanted a more casual fit for this. This is not going to be my only Birch. That is a crazy sentence to say, even though Ariel already has 3 and she has more plans to knit with us. So that is all for me, and I love this one.
It's great. It's so pretty.
It's fingering weight. It is a super awesome transitional knit, but also I feel like here at least we can wear it for like a lot of the summer too, especially on a little bit cooler nights, because it's just enough breathability. This is a top down half fisherman's rib knit too. So if we're not very close right now, but you can kind of see the ribbing there. Ariel's new one looks amazing. Okay, go ahead, talk about all of yours.
Do I start? I would start with the one I'm wearing, the most recent one. This is fresh off the blocking mats. This is my first time putting it on, and so you're getting my first like reaction to this.
So good.
The yarn for this one is Explorinance Denali Sock in the colorway I Don't Cause Commotions, I Am One, from the Wicked collection, and it is my first dark colored Birch. You'll see
so good.
The first 2 that I made were not dark colors, but yeah. Okay, I will get up close so you can see the colors for this one. I made size 1 and 35.
I think for all of them.
Yeah, for all of them same size, and 2 of them same needle size. The first one I did not. I think my gauge was weird. But I used a recommended needle size for this one. Let's just,
which is a 2.75 millimeter needle. It
US
is
2.
Small. Small.
It is very tiny. Do we have other notes here? Oh, okay. Well, so when I made my first one, it was also to copy Emily. So I think both of us were just like, oh, Emily, it's so cute, and we also want one. So that was, and then I just like could not stop. I was like, I love this sweater so much. I wear it super often. I think that this is probably my most worn sweater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to version 1.
Okay, I'm back. This was my Birch #1 version, and for this one, it was a Woolberry non-superwash yarn.
It's called I Smell Snow.
Yes, thank you. Meghan knows all the
I know
yarn.
that also because I knit with this, not for myself, obviously. Can you imagine me on this? Nope.
Cute.
You'll also see, I don't know if you guys have realized yet, but we both have a color story and it's not the same. Okay, go on.
But yeah, so this was the first version, and this one I knit in the needle size 1. Size down, just because I think at the time I was knitting kind of loose, and so but I think sizing throughout, like
they look really similar.
Yes, and so yeah, there were no changes made from this first version. I love this one. You probably can't see it in the camera, but it is.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the color. Oh yeah.
Ooh,
it looks great.
Yeah. So, love it. It feels, now that I took off my superwash yarn version and put this one on. So I mean, it feels soft. This non-superwash yarn is so soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make another one.
Yes.
And I would like a dark version that looks a lot like Ariel's, but not in that exact yarn color because that's a little too brown for me, but something really similar.
Yes. Yeah, so we'll have even more matching Birches.
Hooray!
Okay.
Version 2.
Birch 2.
I'm here for props because this is number 1.
Yes. You can see my version 1 and 2 look quite similar in in tone of color. The light version. That's why making my third dark one was very like, I needed something completely different.
Did it feel very different on the needles then, having?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it feel different knitting this in superwash versus non-superwash?
I think that in the non-superwash, because it does get a bit more felty, and it takes a long time to knit. There were portions where, like, when you have the yarn ends where you're working on and it starts to get like felted up. Like that was, I think, the only main difference that I noticed knitting it up. But yeah, this yarn is also a non-superwash
earthy sock
from Explorinance in Bainbridge Island.
I love this color.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll get up close for this one for the color.
It's very much more peachy pink, and it's got some like yellow in it. This like golden rod color. That's really nice.
I'm just like, ugh. Okay.
It's sunbeams.
Yes.
And this one is like a snowy day. They really do look very similar, but I'm telling you, with my eyeballs, this is much grayer, that's much pinker, so there is a difference.
There is a difference.
Okay. All right, it's not the exact same sweater.
Different yarn.
It is different yarn, but very similar. So we have one more Andrea Mowry pattern, and then we're off to some other designers. Okay, we're back. And this one is the one, I think we have two of these maybe, where they're not exactly the same. Actually, they're in the same batch of stuff that we brought out. We have a table here full of knits, but we have to go inside because there's only so much room on the table. And also it's warm today.
Yes.
So we're going to be taking some breaks. But this one we'd like to tell you, this is not actually our last Andrea Mowry because we do have one shawl to share. But this one is the Tessellated. So this is the Tessellated Vest and this is the Tessellated Pullover. They came out sort of right after each other. She has a series of the Tessellated Vest, the Tessellated Cardigan, the Tessellated Socks, and the Pullover. I think the Pullover was first and this was a Rhinebeck pattern for 2024, I think. So I do know Ariel made this first because you got the kit from Farmer's Daughter.
Yes.
And I love it. It's amazing. These are actually very my colors mostly. Although that like blushy pink, it's still not doing it for me. But I knew that I wanted something similar. So I found some colors that I liked from Treehouse. And I'll go through like the ease for the vest and the pullover because it is different. But Ariel made hers first. I totally got influenced. But right before I made this, I actually made one of these. I'll pop a picture up here. It's yellow. Obviously it's not for me, but it was a sample for Paisley Knits. And I actually had fun making the pullover version. I thought it was relatively enjoyable to knit. Ariel did give me the warning, this is mosaic knit. Be careful with your yarn management when you get to sleeves. And because I had that warning and I kind of knew going in that it'd be a little bit more fussy, I had an okay time with it. The vest, however, flew by because I didn't have to do that. It was great. This is bottom up. I think both of them are.
Yes.
I think that this one is. I can't not remember, but you know, you can kind of quote me on that one. The vest is supposed to have 2 to 6 inches of positive ease, and the pullover is 4 to 10. So a little bit more on the pullover. That's very Andrea Mowry. Also this one, I feel like because of the way that she did the drop, you cast on stitches just like you do for the Traveler to give yourself more of the drop without so much body volume. You get like sort of a very cute fit without having to be oversized if you don't want it to be. But the vest 2 to 6 inches, and so just a little bit slimmer of a profile. And I think some of that is, you know, you want to be able to wear it over stuff, but too boxy of a vest sometimes looks a little bit silly. And I think this is like a very chic pattern. So I think like you can totally like businessy dress this up. Let's go along the journey here. This is Goosey Fibers Merino Sport, which is a superwash merino, and the other sport is also Treehouse Knits Sierra Sport in River Anduin. So River Anduin's my main color. There is another superwash in here that's actually like this light purple column. I'm gonna get real close so you can see.
Close.
So this light purple column, and then the fluff, which is like your alternating grid pattern, is Treehouse Knits also in her Truffula Cashmere, which is an 81% merino, 19% cashmere, and it's so fluffy.
Yeah.
But feel like it's nice.
Yeah, it's so
and it's
nice.
Such a fun color story. It kind of gives me very like, I said when I was making that, this was giving me very like Monet vibes. Like it's very like watercolory, like the lilies, you know, like a little bit of floral, and I love it. I made a size 5, which is a 48 inches of ease. This is actually 47. You can see it's pretty slim fitting around my bust. The armpits are, you know, I feel like a good lowish, but not too low. And yeah, that's it. That's mine.
It's so pretty. Okay, when we put these on just now, I was like, no, do I need to make a vest version too?
She does.
It's so cute. But yes, okay, so I made this pullover. I did buy the kit for when it was like being sold as a kit for the Rhinebeck sweater. I did not make it for Rhinebeck. I did not go, but I just was like, I loved it, and I loved specifically these colors, and so I got the exact same yarn colors from the sample, Andrea Mowry.
Oh yeah, this is her sample. Yep.
And so as for the yarn, it is Farmer Daughter Fiber Odang, which is the fluffy pink red. I think it's like red, but you know when you dye it on Suri and then it kind of gets lighter.
Yeah, it's like pink brick.
Yeah, so that's the fluff. And then and Clay Dreaming, I guess that's the color of that one. Spinster's Daughter Sport in York, which is I believe that's the dark,
that's the dark color.
The dark green.
I love that color.
It is very good. And then Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool. I wonder if this was the first time I've worked with Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool. Yeah. It might be the color changing.
That. Yeah, we were talking about it. Yeah.
And that's in Every Rose. And so, yeah, I think that might have been the first time I bought spin cycle and use that. And so, okay, I made size 1, but this is 33, almost 34 inches. And I actually, the fit is fine and I like it. But I was considering, I feel like I'm usually like size 1 or size 2, especially if it's, I want more, I like more positive ease. But what really got me was I was like, it'll be cheaper to make size 1. And there was one of the yarns I needed one more skein to make size 2, and I was like, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, and it was like just a little bit too. But you, I mean, at this point you could even make like a spun vest with your own spun yarn.
That's probably what I would do. Is that our next one?
Her next one. Okay, so we only have 2 shawls. This shawl is the first one that I think we did like a big shawly knit as friends. So this one was with our friends Maya and Emily, and this was the year they went to Rhinebeck. And I don't know if it was like Maya's first year at Rhinebeck, but I do remember we cast on in a video call with them together at Rhinebeck and us not at Rhinebeck. And I don't think we were together. I think we were in our own houses. And we chose pretty different yarns for this. So I think Emily, Maya, and you all spun at least part of your yarns for this. I did not spin for this. So mine is made with, this is my first spin cycle
Here, do you want me to
project. Oh, look at that. Teamwork. It makes the dream work. Okay, so my base color, the gray-y color, is called Driftwood and is from Pearl Soho and the Good Wool, and it's a sport weight, and it's really nice. Can we catch some? There we go. There you go. There you can see it. And then my spin cycle color here is dyed in the wool, also in the color Absolute Zero. You know, this one I didn't realize actually until I was like writing up these notes. Did you know spin cycle is superwash?
Oh,
it says so, at least on Ravelry, and I think I've seen it elsewhere, and I was like, what? Anyway, this is an interesting shawl shape. I don't know, what is this shape? Boomerang-ish or something? It's got a shape.
Like asymmetrical.
It's asymmetrical for sure. And because you do double increases on your brioche side, this is brioche, and this side here is garter. And so you do just one increase. So you're just more rapidly increasing one side than the other. And this became large. And it was crazy looking before it blocked. But you can see ours are very different sizes. So let's hold up yours behind, or you can see there that we've got some different sizing. And partly that's because you spun your yarn for this. And I think I also chose a slightly smaller of like the main color. So we just have a little bit of different sizing, but it's a shawl. It doesn't really matter. You could have, I could have kept going if I wanted it to be bigger actually, but I did not. And so let's talk about yours.
Okay, yeah, so...
Do you want me to hold?
Yes. Please. Okay, so for mine, it was half hand spun. So my color changing yarn, I mean, it's low contrast. I think that the gray, light gray is a Ulyss.
Yep.
Actually, is it in?
It is in.
Just double check.
Yeah.
Yes, a Durum Natura Ulyss in...
Poivre Blanc.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's like a sport weight. And then the
But a plump sport weight. Mine is also a sport weight, but you can tell the difference.
Yes. I love this yarn. I need to knit with it again soon. And then my hand spun. This was one of my early hand spun.
Is this Bella Filato Studios?
It is.
I didn't put the dyer down, and I was like, I think that's what it is.
Oh my gosh. I know. Right now, I was like, what is it? In my brain, I was like...
You got this at Flock? No. La Mercerie, when we took our spinning class.
Yes. Oh.
Those were the days.
It was such a good time. But yeah, this one is it's like a pink, peachy, and some like purpley.
I think it's called Sand Dunes or something.
Oh, yes, that sounds right.
It's very pink, and there is color changing, but it really just looks pink from back here. But it is nice. You want to wrap it real quick and let's see what they look like?
Yes, let's do that.
I don't know how to wear these kinds of things, and holy goodness, is it not the day for this? But they are very like, I feel like they're bib-like a little bit when they have this big extra thing here, but it's warm, and you can tuck this, and you could wear this like a lot of different ways. You can totally wear at least your size really shawl-like also. Yes. Here, I could do that for mine. Here, I'll take your microphone so she can adjust.
I think this is how...
Yeah, this is quite shawl-like for you. It's cute. The drape is really nice. It looks great.
Yeah, this is perfect, this is good for I don't bring
you do it
that
at your
too
desk?
much. Yes, at my desk.
Yeah.
When it's cold, I just like bundle up like this.
Yeah.
And I can, you know, it covers my arms so I can do stuff and be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one of our only 2 shawls that we'll talk about. We've made many other shawls and scarves and cowls and hats and other things with the same patterns.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about those today. I thought this was a good one because this was a full friend knit.
Yep.
And also the next one is because we got pressured into that one, and we have some very different outcomes. So I wanted to talk about that one. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Andrea Mowry though. We're now done.
Yay.
She is a prolific designer, so it's not really crazy that we had such a big section of her, but our biggest section is actually
Oh my goodness.
Tori. So, let's go into some other designers before we get. Wow, we're so cute. Okay, this one we knit together at the same time. So, I mean, we have a bunch of those that we did knit together, but this one we did a knit along. Did we do it for the podcast? I don't actually even remember if we did really do this for the podcast, but I do remember we made this and we wanted to be finished for our knit weekend away in 2024, I think.
Yes.
Because it was not last year, and we were at a beach and we took some pictures together and we were real cute.
Was so cute.
And yeah, this is not the only one that we've done like this, but this was like this pattern came out, and I think we both like this is a Rebecca Clow pattern, called the Lauder, and this pattern has in the same pattern a cardigan and a pullover and a vest. She's very generous like that, and so we both decided we really liked the vest look, and this is the beginning of like really when I started making vests that I don't wear, but I do like it. It's really cute. Okay, so let's say a couple things about this. This one is supposed to have 0.75 inches to 6 inches of positive ease, so could be close fitting, could be a little bit bigger, and that I think is for the vest specifically. I think she does have different eases listed for the cardigan and the pullover. And oh, my note here for us is that also right after we finished this, Emily was like, at knit weekend, I think she's like, do I need one of those? And then she cast one on, and hers looks really similar to mine, but she did change the depth of her V, and I really like that choice for her. So if you're interested, that's on her podcast, Gently Chaotic Knits. Okay, so I made mine with some yarn called Skeins Incognito. I think the color is Brittany. It's 100% wool without any information, and this yarn really interestingly came from I had a podcast watcher named Bex. She has her own podcast too, which I can link below, and Bex lives in New Zealand, and this was before she started her podcast. She just was a watcher, and she reached out to me and said, would you guys be interested in doing a yarn swap? And I was like, that's a great question. So actually a couple of us gave yarn and sent it to New Zealand. She sent us a box back, and then we split it up, and this was from that. But Skeins Incognito is something that she told me that like dyers or wool houses don't take part of the yarn from Skeins who mills it, and then they just sell it under this label called Incognito, which is just like the random stuff that they get that's like designer quality. So I don't know what it is really, but it's a very nice dark gray color, and you can't see much, but it has a halo, and it was very soft to knit with. And I made a size 4, which is 47.25 inches. So for me, that is, 2 and a little. So I'm on like the lower end of the range, but actually in range for this one, and I really like it. It's very cute. The underarms of this fit really nicely. Overall, I thought it was a fun and enjoyable knit. That's all I have to say.
Okay, yeah, we can talk quickly about mine's next. The yarn for mine's is from So Happy Jane Confetti Worsted. It was a Shanico yarn. I believe that it's just like, it wasn't dyed. I think it was just like,
I think so. She got this at Flock.
Yes. When I got it at Flock, I had no idea what I was gonna make with it.
Yeah.
I was just like, at the
Must
time,
have.
I was like, I need Shanico, and the colorful tweed is so cute, and it's
like a very fun. It's yellow, blue, or yellow, red, and green.
Yes.
No blue to be seen in here. So it's a very like fall.
Yes. So yeah, and then I made size 1, which is 34.25 inches. I think that I did not gauge swatch for this. I gauge swatch for test knits. I don't normally for my other things.
Neither do I. That's why you'll see some. This is actually different measurements.
Yes, and so I think mine's is actually a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And so I
had to restart mine because mine was also too small with this yarn, which is a little less dense than this yarn.
Yeah. This yarn, I think I will say mine is just more dense.
And her cables I feel like look a little bit in the sunlight. They look pretty apparent, but you can see the relief you have like more density and mine is a little bit flatter.
Yeah, so, and then I do think, you know, if I were to make this again, I would like the V-neck to be
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
Me
so,
too.
Yeah. Emily made the right call for her.
Yeah, and I mean, she has how she did it, but she really just did her increases slower. And that's our only cry bay right now.
Yeah, for now.
More to come, probably. Here we are. This is our first cardigan. Not our last. I think there's actually only a couple. This one, it's so cute. This is the Book Club cardigan by Sari Nordlund. This is a knit that's just never off my radar because we did a big modification to this. And when we did the modification, since there were 5 of us knitting it, we all bought the pattern separately, but I did some math for us. I reached out to Allie from Super Craftalicious, who put her notes inside of, I think it's Neat and Pearl in Ravelry. She changed her Instagram name though. Anyway, I reached out to her because we liked her mod of, do you want to turn around and show them?
Yes,
show them, show the people. You can see here that Ariel has this like extra braided cable. This is not in Sari's original pattern. There was just like a weird leg where this cable is, it has like a traveling leg up, alternating sides, and nobody liked it. And we were all like, it's so cute, but that's so silly. And so Allie designed this, and then if you want to hold up your underarm, it goes down into another horseshoe braided cable under the underarm, like right there. So I don't know, you're kind of in shadow. There we go. Yeah. So you can see that's the actually only differences from this pattern to that, but it does create a little bit different in sizing than for us. It added a couple extra stitches because you still want to keep the rest of your panels kind of the same. So we all, you know, I did a rough math on what that would be for change in sizing so people could make decisions based on that. But I put this into a spreadsheet, as one does. So I rewrote most of the pattern. So I've had a bunch of people, probably 20 or 25, reach out to me because I put in my Ravelry notes. If you would like these notes, you just have to tell me that you bought the pattern. So people send me their receipts. I say, very cool. Here is your, and it's not the whole pattern read up. It's part of the pattern, but it's the part where you get started in all of those pieces. I don't have any notes for like the pockets. I think I don't have any real notes for the sleeves. And so people have to do what they, you know, you have to read instructions for those. But I did rewrite just the back panel also, maybe the fronts too, the cable pattern to include that because there's increases inside of that braid, or like the braid is part of the increases. So those big adjustments for this, but it was worth it. It's so cute. And this is a bigger, so this is supposed to have 8 inches of positive ease. I think yours has a little less than that and mine has more than that. About that. I think I have 9 for me. So this is a size 4. It's supposed to be 47.5 inches per pattern. It was gonna be like 49, I think, if with the adjustments. And then I used a yarn that didn't get gauge and I was like, who cares? And I did whatever I wanted, which is great. That's what we're allowed to do. This is Wool Dreamers Mota in the color 1526C. I don't actually know if that's got a color name, but it is tealy. And I bought this when one of the yarn stores, the one in Greenwood, was going out of business.
Oh.
And so they had like 6 skeins of this and I got it like 50% off. And so that's what I wanted to use. This is a woolen spun yarn and it's very woolly.
It's very woolly.
And it pops a lot. So I did a gauge swatch for this amazingly. We did that. We cast this all on together at Rose City Yarn Crawl in 2025.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
He's so crazy. And I did my gauge swatch there and I just decided, I didn't wash it or anything, but I decided if I went any smaller to get closer to gauge, it would be too tight and crazy. So I wanted it to just be fun to knit also. And I like the oversized. I don't have that many pretty big, but this is pretty big. It's really cozy. Cute. It's got pockets that are built into the pattern. So the pocket's kind of on the inside. And then you can see, if I get my hair out of the way, how the cable back looks.
Yes.
And it's just so cute.
It's super cute.
Okay.
It's super cute.
I do use, this is really woolly though and a bit itchy. So if you have sensitive skin, I can wear this absolutely with a long sleeve shirt underneath, but I get a little bit arm crease, like where my elbow is, could get a little itchy in this. Okay.
Okay. My version. Different kinds of yarn.
Yeah, very different.
This is Woolberry Berry Worsted, so it is a super wash merino wool, and this is in the color New York in the fall. And I believe I bought this yarn specifically for this. I got it in the mail, I'm pretty sure. Oh, because I made a huge order of this colorway because I made one order for me, I think Shreya and Sylvan, and I think we almost all got sweater quantity
of that color.
Yes,
that's amazing.
and so it was just
was it
like
a collective
20
color
skeins. Oh, maybe it was. I don't remember, but
oh no, yeah, for Woolberry, yeah, it would have been a collective color.
no, wait, I think it was in You've Got Mail. Wait, does she have that color? Does that sound familiar?
It sounds familiar. I don't know,
something like that. But I think when I got this in the mail, it was like 20 skeins of the same color.
it's amazing.
And yeah,
I feel
I
like
love
you
it.
have the very like fall collegiate vibes going on with this.
Yes, I do love the fall vibes. My pictures for this was like apple picking, and I was like, that was like perfect for this
So
cardigan.
good.
Yes. So I made size 1. It's about 37.5 inches of positive E, so that's about 7 inches of
I think that's what it looks like on you too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look too big. Oh, it's so cute.
Yes. And one note on this that I remember when I was making this, I was like full force, like when we cast on, and then I stalled for a long time. I did not touch it for maybe a couple months, and then I came back full force, but then I used the wrong needles.
Oh, I remember this.
I sized up my needles for, I don't know why, but it turned out fine. It looks fine.
This was a bit of a stall for everybody. I will say we cast on with 5 of us, 6 of us. I think Maya joined too.
Oh yeah.
Ariel and I finished, and no shade to anybody else, but Katie and Sylvan still haven't finished. Maya frogged hers and Emily frogged hers, and Emily was going to do the pullover, and so we are the only 2. This is also why we have so many matching knits, because we will persevere. I'm going to tell everybody.
Yes.
So this is part of the Pressed Flowers collection.
Yes.
This is another knit where there's lots of versions, but they're all separate patterns, and this one is by Amy Christoffers. This is my first Amy Christoffers pattern, and I will say I have some issues with the sizing for this one, and so I'll talk about that for a second. But this is Pressed Flowers Pullover, and then the Pressed Flowers Cardigan.
Yes.
And they are made with different yarn weights. They do have the exact same motif. Ariel has also made Pressed Flower socks and Pressed Flower shawl, and I do really like the shawl. I actually really like the socks too. Yeah. So it's not like I'm never gonna knit another of her patterns, but I do think that she was maybe being a little bit lazy on the sizing for the pullover. And I think you don't have the same issues with the cardigan, because it's very different. So this is a raglan, and because of the way the chart is, and the chart is rather big, she just made the depth longer. So the arm side is super long for like a 5X, and it doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like it should have grown at a slightly different cadence. It would have disrupted the pattern, and it looks phenomenal, but I did kind of pick a very different size then. And this one is it bottom up?
It is bottom up.
Bottom up, and it is a drop shoulder.
Yep.
What I will say is, so for the cardigan, it's supposed to have 6 inches of ease.
Okay.
And okay, also this is 12 inches of ease, but she does put that's what it's modeled as, and choose whatever ease you want. And you know what? That's what I'm gonna do anyway. But I do like when designers kind of give you what their intention is, because oftentimes they're doing pieces of the fit so that it works that way. That's also why I feel like this one was phoned it in just a little bit. And she's a prolific designer, so I do think that I am holding her to a higher standard, because she's got tons of designs out there. But I made mine after Ariel made hers, because she did this with hand spun. Was this your first sweater with hand spun?
I think it was, yeah.
And I love it. I loved it from the very moment she made it, and I knew that I wanted to have something very similar, but in my colors. And I'm not as much of a cardigan wearer, and Ariel doesn't have buttons on hers, so she's not a cardigan wearer either. No, I'm just kidding. This will be one that I think we make a knit night project eventually.
Oh my gosh.
To just add them.
There's lots that don't have buttons.
This is a hilarious Ariel thing. It can be done this is years now.
It's years.
It's years.
And it's not, I have holes for the buttons to go through. It would be cute with buttons. It would be cute.
Okay, why don't you talk about yours first?
Okay. I need to look at the notes for this one, because this one, this was a while ago-ish.
I think you made this in 2020, beginning of 2024.
That sounds right. So the green yarn, the main color yarn I have is the Rerum Natura Ulyss in 4A. I think this might have been the first time I used.
I think so too, because I remember talking about that a lot also on the podcast. Yeah.
Yes, I loved it, and I think it goes so good with
so good. It's such a fun contrast.
Yes, and I was like so worried because I was like, wow, there's so many colors in this handspun. I was like, I mean, it has all the colors, so what other color could I go? And I was like, dark green with cute pastel flowers. I think is
and it's funny because the dark green is a little outside of your normal.
Yes,
but it's still a little bit earthy and fun, and it makes these colors pop so well, which is so in your palette.
Yes, and so I'm very happy with it. The handspun was a nest fiber, I think, and it was like the really soft merino.
Ooh,
really soft. So it's
like super fine.
Yes,
super fine,
super fine. And so I remember making this, and I just kept like petting the flowers because they're so soft.
They are so soft.
They're so soft. So. Yeah, and then just quickly on sizing, I made size 1, and that's 38. It says 38 inches.
Yeah.
It seems, I mean, maybe I also did not gauge swatch for this, but.
Yeah, but it feels like this is a sport weight knit.
Yes.
And this one is a DK weight knit. So this one, I made a size 3, which is 49 inches. I think I have about that. I didn't measure really different in ease. I didn't finish this one I didn't start it until the end of the year, I think, last year. And I finished this spring, maybe like April or March, and but I did buy this at local yarn store day at La Mercerie a couple of years ago. I went over there, I took the baby and Mike, and we did like a little day out, and I was at the shop, and they had this fiber, which I did spin my flowers also, and this is Cormo from Bramble Ridge Fiber, and it is in the color Daydream, and I loved it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just find the contrast color here while I'm here in the store. And I wanted to use, and I've been looking at this yarn, and I didn't have any in stash. This is Sonder Yarn Co. Sunday Morning DK, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Sunday Morning DK in the color Ritual. I now have another sweater quantity of this because I really like it. It is a 75% BFL, 25% Masham. It's kind of interesting. It's got a little bit of sheen to it, and it is soft, a little bit pilly, but I think it's definitely soft, like next to skin soft. So I'm gonna make some sort of sweater with it that I think it'll have like a little bit of a nice halo. Anyway, so I really like it, even though I do have a little bit of complaints about the sizing. I picked a size that felt good for my body. The sleeves are big on this. That's the other thing, is the sleeves got huge for all the sizes. So I just feel like it's a little bit strange, but I put this as one of the things that I knew I was going to hand spin. So like I really intentionally got all the stuff for this, and I spun this the beginning of last year, and then it sat on my shelf because sometimes you need yarn babies.
Yes.
And then they want it to become a sweater. And so here they are.
Oh, it's so pretty.
We're cute.
We're back.
Ariel also doesn't have buttons on this one, and this has been done a long time also, because I know when we knit this one. So do you want to talk about this one? You were the first to finish.
Was I really?
You were, and there's no buttons on there.
There's
so
no
is she really done?
Maybe I'm not done. I am the last to finish, I guess.
Just still has hers.
Oh.
She just pulled it out of hibernation.
She's
so.
like, I gotta be Ariel now.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Calm Down Cardigan by Lily Kate France.
I can't believe this is our only Lily Kate pattern in common.
Oh my gosh, is it?
We've both made other patterns, but never the same one.
Ah, okay.
Other than, I don't have it here on the list, but the checker plate.
Yes.
I knit fluenced you when I made a sample, but I don't even have that one yet.
Yes.
I have yarn for it, and so we'll have another matching knits episode because we got so many more matching knits coming down.
Yes, and I do want to also make the
checker plate tee.
Yes.
Because it's so cute.
So,
okay, let's talk about this one though.
Soon to come. But yes, okay, so recommended ease for this is about 10 to 12. I think this is like a pretty big cardigan. I think for
big
a
sleeves.
lot of us.
Big.
Yeah, big sleeves. I think that was like one of the things. We're like, oh my gosh, these sleeves are so big. And this was a PKW.
Plus our Bay Area friends. This is our first big group knit.
And we have a cute picture.
We do. I'll put it up here.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I think there were 12 of us that made this or something like that. And when they came to Flock in 2024, I hosted a dinner at my house. So this picture is at my house. And it was so hot. It was August, and we all put this sweater on, and then we're sweating bullets, taking cute pictures together. Worth it.
Worth it. Totally worth it. But yes, okay, so the yarn for mine is Woolberry Berry DK in the colorway Rabbit Rump. So this also was from the Caboose collection.
I love the name of all of these yarns.
It's so good. And I think a few other friends also bought from the Caboose collection to make their Calm Down cardigans as well.
Emily.
Yes.
Her blue.
And then I think Katie had...
Oh yeah, Katie's is the
Fox
Fanny?
Yes. Yes. So we're all cute.
And we're quite the rainbow with our group. I think we have like pretty much every color covered.
Yes, that's true. And it worked out. We didn't even like...
Nobody planned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay.
What size did you make?
I made size 1, and it's about 39.5, so probably like 40 inches. I mean, and there is some shaping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I can talk about that in a second,
Yes.
but this one is size 4. It's 51.5 inches per pattern, but actually mine is a little bit smaller. This is 50 inches. That is because I did not gauge swatch. And I just went with this because I knew I bought this cone just for this, and so I wasn't going to pick something different. And I liked the density of my swatch, so I just, or my top back. This is top down. Yes, top down.
Yes.
And this is woolly knit merino wool cone, which is a 4-ply fingering weight. It's 100% non-superwash merino, and it's not super soft, but it is soft. I would call this like rustic. In the color By Us, and it's held double, and I love this color, and I got this because I think Sharon had a promo code with them, and you know, whatever, and so it's, you know, some people get those and everybody could get 20% off, and I figured why not. And these cones are really cheap. This is probably one of my cheapest sweaters, like $35 or something like that. $40.
Oh my gosh.
Like the cones are 20 something. They're really cheap, but and I even have other knits made with this cone now, but I love this. I have a matching color tank top that I do like to wear with this, and the shaping that I think is the most special about this, I will always advocate for Lily Kate patterns because I think she has the best finishings in like the whole market. Like it's just, they're so incredible. So 2 things she does, and it's really going to not be easy for you to see, but you can tell in the fit. She does shaping along here in the button band, and along here, and right along your back neck. So there's like maybe 6 or 7, I think it's like 8 places actually. There's a lot of short rows in this button band, because you can see also she does a little boop shaping here, which gives you kind of a flare without it actually being flared or tight. And it's, I think it's like a feminine touch to this that makes, like, if you were doing maybe this for a mask fit, you could do it, but you would just go straight. I wouldn't add that in because that does give it sort of like a lady vibe. I think there is a little bit of waist shaping also, and the sleeves are enormous.
Yes.
Even for my big arms, they are big. But you do decreases all the way through the cuff, and I just shaved mine so you can get nice and close and personal. But you can see here in the cuff, is my head in the way? Oh, there we go. You can see here there are decreases right inside of your cuff in your 1x1 ribbing, and it looks gorgeous. It's a really fun knit. It's a slog a little bit. It's a big knit because there's a lot of ease, and the sleeves, we all got to the sleeves and everyone was like, oh goodness. But the fit is really great, and it's one of the ones that I said, you hate to love it. I'm really sorry to tell everybody this during the podcast. I was like, so sorry to tell you this, but you should make it because it's so good.
I think when we all, or as we're finishing it, we're like, I love it, but I hate it. Like, oh.
Yeah, this one you should make.
Yes.
Yeah, cute.
Also, these colors together are pretty
cute.
These
are fun. These are probably maybe the most us colors, being like very different from each other. But this is the first of our Tori Yu matching knits. We have lots of Tori knits. We have tested for her several times together. Most of the time we know about it, but sometimes we don't know that we both like, apply and get in, and then we're like starting to work on it, and we get to knit night and someone's like, what are you working on? A Skyline Tee. Me too. I think that's the one we definitely didn't know we were in a test together. But a lot of times we'll pass along in our friend groups also with our Bay Area friends. They also love to test for Tori. Hey, did anybody apply? And then so we can do some side chats, but now Tori does chats. On Discord, and I'm loving it. It's great. So this is the Avenue Vest. This was the first Avenue pattern. And I'll talk about them a little bit because we have a tee too, so then we don't have to go over all the finishing for that. But this one is a worsted weight because I think it's DK with a fluff. for both of us. No, is yours a fingering?
Fingering held double
with a fluff. And mine is just DK with a fluff. And it is so cute. This is a cute one. The armholes on this are a little bit deep.
Yes.
But not crazy deep. They're cozy. The back is cute. It's got a high back neckline. But yeah, it goes like right across the top. But I feel like it's a really kind of like standard fit. Like it's just like, it's such a wardrobe basic.
Yep.
The interesting thing though is that you'll see we've done V-necks. Did you do a V-neck for your tee? You did for your tee as well.
Yes.
And the V-neck is a sort of interesting shape. It's very narrow on both of them, including the pullover too. So now there's a pullover that's a DK weight. But yes, so this one, I'm gonna get a little bit close so you can see. There is a 1x1 rib that has a couple rows of knits after, and you bind off in knit. So you can kind of see there that you get this sort of like very refined edge, and they're great. We are both big Tori Yu lovers, so we've knit a lot of her patterns and a lot of the recent ones too. Yep. Especially. And yeah, I think just like she's got such solid instructions and the fit is nice, but they're not complicated.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so mine really quick. This recommended ease is 4 to 6 positive inches. Because we did test, I think we're both pretty close to in range because that's nice to do. Mine is size 5, 50 inches. So, and I think I'm on gauge everything. So I have 5 inches of ease. And I did this with Horizon Fibers Cumulus DK, which is an 85-15 Superwash Merino Nylon blend in Borealis. And then I just happened to have this lovely Shibui. Is that how you say that?
I think so. That's how I would say it.
That's how I say it. Silk Cloud in the colorway Lagoon, which is a 60-40 mohair silk blend, and it is no longer available, but maybe is now because Matt Tosh bought them. I don't know. I'm not really buying from them right now, but I do love this. I just happen to have that in stash. And fun fact, with the next knit you'll see me in is actually the same dyer and the same color for the same pattern family. You know.
Great. I mean, you like what you like.
That's right.
Okay, really quickly for mine, as mentioned before, I have 2 strands of fingering weight held with a Sari. This was my attempt to get a worsted weight. I do think I was like a little bit big. Like I had to,
yeah,
I have a pretty
bit
dense,
yeah,
fabric. So I would probably not do this combination. Or, you know, gauge swatch and make sure.
Mohair, I think, would have been a little bit different.
Yes, because the Sari does add more
heft.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so the fingering weight that I use is from J'adore Fibers, which is also not in business anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. And then the fluff is from Explorer Knits, Suri Alpaca Lace. Both of these colors, different dyers, but they're both grapefruit.
And they were very similar colors.
Yes.
Very similar. I love them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for this. Let's go on to the tee.
Yeah.
I wasn't recording. We moved our camera setup and also had to take a break inside. So I'm gonna do this again. But now we're in front of Ariel's really beautiful lavender bush, and there's a rose bush. I don't have as beautiful things in my house, so that's why we're here. But yes, okay, so this, as promised, is the Avenue Tee. This is another pattern by Tori. This one came out like, the vest came out in the fall. This one came out in the spring right after. We both also tested this. I think we knew we signed up for this together. And this is supposed to have 1 to 4 inches of positive ease. And it has got all the same finishing edges. And this is a contiguous construction. So this is Ariel's first contiguous construction. This was not my first one. I don't even remember what my first one was. But something maybe by... I don't even remember, but it wasn't this one because I knew what was happening for this. So this has a very small, like little saddle shoulder. Can you see it on yours better? That is like built in when you're knitting. And so you knit increases front and back rapidly to give you sort of the body shape. And then you knit, your increases are set in sleeve. And it's really cool. And then it's not really raglan, but you get some raglan shaping in the bottom to finish it out. I made a size 5, which is 48 inches of ease, and this is not 48 inches. Can you tell? This is definitely grown with wear, but I did make this out of Horizon Fibers Stratus fingering in Borealis, so same color, but because this is dyed on alpaca linen silk, the linen, especially in this, is a relatively crunchier than other linen versions of this same. I think it comes from a different manufacturer, mill, whatever. Then like my other top I have in this, my Salty Air, is way silkier looking, even shinier. So this is a little bit interesting, but all three of those things grow when you wear it, and they don't snap back. So I don't know what I was thinking, but it's okay summer wear. Yeah. It's really easy to put on, but it is bigger. Like this has got to be like 52 inches at this point. Like who knows? But it doesn't feel like my knit stitches don't feel really open. It doesn't feel like really weird to wear it. You know, I shaved this, but now there's just pink fuzz on here. It's fine. Ariel, what's yours?
Okay, so mine, the yarn I use for this, also linen, but a different base. This is Explorer Knits linen sock base, so it's 80% wool, 20% linen in the colorway Beet Juice. And I think that I also bought this when this base first came out from Explorer Knits. I was very happy with how
From the Farmer's Market collection.
Yes, from the Farmer's Market
I also got this yarn in the same color, in the same base. I think in our matching knits right now, it's the only one that we have that's like that.
Ooh.
It'll be on in a couple minutes.
Yes. But yeah, I really enjoyed working with this yarn.
Yeah.
It's very soft, like compared to something like this.
Yeah.
Like, and this one isn't like
no, but it's
crunchy,
like when it's hot, this is actually not the best thing to wear. This one though,
yes.
I also can wear mine in the hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is really great. I made size 1, which is about 32 inches. This was also, I was like, size 1 or size 2. This fits fine. I
love the way this fits. I want to do one with a little less ease. She wants to do with more.
Yeah, I would make size 2 next time. I do want to make another one of this.
I do too. Like this one I have some more yarn for. And again, this one I think though the V is a little bit more, it's narrower. It's not as narrow as the Vest. And so like also because this has grown a little bit on me, it's not, but I could also do a bigger like upper size to do a little less increases at the raglan to still have this a little bit more open V.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yes.
Okay, on to the next.
Okay, so our next one is the Skyline Tee by Tori Yu, and it's great. Did we
also tested this one together?
Yes.
This one we didn't know that we were testing together. Until I think one of us brought it out at knit night.
Okay.
And then we showed up to the same knit night right after we finished these, like the week we finished these, in the same time. We both showed up to a knit night wearing this, and we have this very cute picture together.
Yes.
So fun. That's in my brother-in-law's brewery. So that was a really fun picture, really fun time.
It was so cute. Yeah, so this is a great tee. Just things about this. Okay, recommended ease on this was 4 to 6 inches of positive ease.
Yeah. She has a pullover of this too, which I tested the season before.
Yes.
And then we made this, tested this together. And this one is fingering weight. The pullover is DK weight, and it's a saddle shoulder. And
yes.
Your saddle is your gauge swatch. And then, yeah, I think that's our picture. We look like this.
We're just...
and then that is, you just continue down the sleeve, but it's the same for the pullover, and so you get this really nice line on the pullover all the way down, but it's still cute for the tee.
Yes, I do have plans to make the pullover hopefully this year.
I'm also going to remake the pullover because I hate mine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not because I hate the pattern, because I hate the yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And what's yours?
Real quickly. So yarn is Explorer Knits Denali sock in the colorway Morning Ritual.
That's a Seattle color.
Yes. And I think I had one skein from somewhere. And then I think...
Did you buy it at La Mercerie?
I just know, I think I got a sock set. And then I got one more skein. I don't know in what order, but I got them separately. So that I could...
They look great.
Make a tee. Yeah, I don't think you can tell.
No. Yeah. What size did you make?
I made size 1. 34 inches. So that's on the lower end of the positive ease, 4 inches.
Oh yeah. And I made the higher end of the positive, which this is actually pretty rare for us, but I used Granary Co. sock, which is an 85-15 Super Rush Merino, and this is in the color Three Sisters, and I bought this from Sylvan. D-Stash, because she realized she doesn't like blue or teal, and she had a bunch of it, and so I bought some of it. And this is size 5, and it's 50 inches, so for me that's about 5 inches of ease, and this is one of my most worn t-shirts. Ariel just said to me, I never put this one on, and I wear this one all the time.
I think I would wear this more if it just was hidden, and I have not seen it for a while. So now it's out.
Not only do I love the color, but I think this one is a really easy, like the shape of it is cute, even though it's not really different than other things. There's something about it that just feels like very wearable. I like this one. You're so cute. This one is the Uptown Tee. Tori also has 2 of this. She has a pullover, which I made. Are you ever gonna make that one?
I don't think
I like that one. That is in DK weight. This is fingering weight, and I plan to make another one of this. And I would like to actually make a long sleeve version of this in the fingering weight because I just love the drape of it a lot. So this is a recommended 2 to 4 inches of positive ease, and it is a like top down raglan. It's a raglan. But it has this really fun meshy sleeve look, and it's just yarn overs and knit two togethers and or whatever the SSKs. Other side, I will say I had more this than the pullover. Had some issues with like just keeping them straight and not getting messed up in the pattern. For that you have to pay attention a little bit, but it is a pretty easy wear. I will say I don't wear mine as much, partly because the way that your bra and things show inside of your mesh, and I think like just really depends. I just don't throw it on as much as I thought that I would, but I made this one out of Paisley Knits Summer Sock, which is a 65-35 silk and linen blend, in the colorway Malibu Dream House. And I got this when she did like a summer collection, not from the Barbie. And this is a size 4, 46 inches. That's not really accurate. This is a weird one. We were just talking about this when we tried it on, that the way that the armholes sit and the shaping is where it's like your full bust and you might measure is actually a little bit bigger because you've got like your sleeves are a little bit further down. Now, the real thing here is though, I added some sleeve length to mine, which I don't know, maybe is a pattern option. I can't remember. If it's not, it'll be a mod written up in Ravelry. But when you lift your arms up, this one more than a lot of other shirts, I mean, I think more shirts do that, but it lifts up quite a lot. And so Ariel says she doesn't wear hers for that, but I made mine longer. So I think I knew this because we had talked about it because Ariel did make hers first. She tested and then I made mine. And so I made some of those mods so I would wear it more often. What I will say is this yarn is very nice for summer. It's super lightweight. It sheds a lot. That's a weird thing.
Really?
I wore it like the other, like last week or something, and it shed all over the place. And I was like,
I wouldn't think that yarn base would shed for some reason.
I wouldn't either. And that's what I learned. I have more of it from a different dyer, and I'll see if that does the same thing when I knit with that eventually.
Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, so mine, different yarn. Explorer Knits Denali Sock in the colorway Extra Sprinkles. I do really love this color, and I think it's cute in this.
It's so cute on the sleeves.
Yeah, on the sleeves. So, yeah, size 1. That's about 34 inches, so about 4 inches of positive ease. I think that ease-wise is good, but with the arm
it just needs to be longer.
I should have just made this longer, but it's cute, and actually it does feel quite nice.
It feels really great right now. Yeah. We're going to go into some tank tops.
Yes.
But not until we do the next one.
Yes.
This is not our last heavy knit. What is our last for right now on the table? This is the Metropolitan by Tori Yu, also another Tori Yu. You want to tell us about it? I made this first, but do you want to talk about it because you made it most recently?
Yeah, sure. So okay, well, first story, why did I make this? Because Meghan made hers and it looked really cute, and I was like, I must also make one. Yes. And
that often happens to us.
Because I think I saw this pattern and was like, it's cute. Maybe one day I'll make it. But it's usually then Meghan makes it. I'm like, wow, that's really cute. I also want one.
Seeing it live is fun.
I know. So that was the inspiration for this one. I got this yarn from Sylvan, from a yarn swap, and so that was great for me. This is Camellia Fiber Co. Somme DK. This is the first time I've used, I think, a Camellia Fiber Co. yarn, and this is a fun yarn. It is
blown tube.
It is cotton alpaca wool, I guess 50-42-8 in that.
That's a very fun mix. Very fun mix.
It was really fun to work with. It was easy to work with.
The best thing though is that this color is called New York.
Oh yes,
and that's where Tori lives. That's what all her designs are, sort of New York-ish named.
Yes, and so
perfect.
I love a theme. When you can get a theme going with the yarn and the pattern designer and all of that, so it was great. I really like how this.
I think you're on gauge too. So like, what's your size?
My size is 1, and it's 36 inches. That's about 6 inches of positive.
Yeah, and this
is a good.
Recommended ease for this is 4 to 6 inches, and I've seen a lot of people that have this or a little bit oversized. Now the gauge on this is pretty big. It's like Doppio-esque gauge. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use Nudiden. This is my first Nudiden project, and I wanted to hold it with a Suri, and I still had the craziest gauge. I don't even know what this is, like 13 stitches. It's huge. So I made a size 4, which is supposed to be 48 inches because I did already know. I knew that it was going to be too big. So this is not 48 inches. I don't think I put the measurements in Ravelry, but look at it. Does that look like 48 inches? No, it's like 56 or something. It's crazy. It's huge. But I actually, and I don't typically pick really oversized things. That's not my look. That's not really my vibe. But this one is so cute. And there's just something about it. I think it's a little bit like the neckline. It's a little bit the, this is also a contiguous design. But she does in the armhole growth or whatever, eyelets. So you can see, actually you can see it better on yours because of how open it is.
Yeah. Here we go.
But the eyelets are how you grow the arm, the set-in sleeve, and it's so cute. And so mine is huge. But this is so Woolberry Surrey Haven, and then the Newton, I don't know the color because I got that in a D-stash. But it's so cute. This is also not my typical color thing, but I wear this a lot because I do feel this is one of those knits that you put on and I feel chic. It's like oversized and baggy, but like I get it sometimes why people pick the oversized thing because I feel very cute when I put this on.
You look cute.
Oh, you look cute. Okay, so that's that. We have one more Tori knit, and then we're on to our good friend, Emily. This is actually really special for you guys because you guys never see me wearing a tank top. I don't wear them without things over top, but for the sake of this episode, I think you need to see it. So this is the Queen's Cami from Tori Yu also. This one is supposed to have negative ease. This is the only one that we've knit from her with negative ease. Ariel did not knit this with negative ease. I did. This is supposed to have 2 to 4 inches of negative ease. I picked a size 40 inches. I don't think I'm exactly on gauge because this was not a test knit, and so I did whatever I wanted. Oh, it says here 41.5. So I'm actually like right in the range. Yeah. Just because I'm off gauge. But this is the one. This is the only yarn out of all of our knits that we're talking about today. This is not all of our knits in life, but this is our knits here with us today, that we use the exact same color in the exact same base. We have one other thing that has the same color. We'll talk about it later. I'm gonna have Ariel be our demonstrator. So this is a high-low. This is an optional high-low. She tells you how to not do that in the pattern also, but it does have like a slight scoop in the back, and then your shaping in the back neck is the same as it is in the front, which is kind of interesting, and I think was fine. Did you test this one or no?
No, I did not test this one.
I think but we did not make these at the same time. I made this after Ariel made hers, and this is our closest color also, like knits that look the same color other than our Doppios.
Yes.
And so this one though, we look pretty similar and pretty cute. So mine is EKF Beet Juice in linen sock, just like we talked about.
Yes.
Ariel's is also an EKF.
Yes, mine's also EKF. Denali sock in my neon era. This is my brightest.
It's so fun though. It's the
cute.
appropriate thing to have that bright.
Yes, I agree. I think that this color and this type of style top is extremely cute.
Yeah. And what's your size?
I made size 2. This was the right, I was like size 1, size 2. I made size 2 and it was the right choice. I would make this size again.
Yeah, and it's very cute. I mean, I think it's fine, flowy. I think the reason she has this negative ease is more so that your upper bust fits. Yeah. But like, because you don't have a big difference in yours, I think that looks fine on you, like totally.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the end of our Tori Yu.
Yay.
We love her.
Yeah, we do love her.
She's the greatest.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, it's kind of like, I mean, light and dark.
Yeah.
Like.
Not very different from our personalities. No. Ariel, what is this?
This is the Slanty Stripes by Emily Curtis.
This is one of my favorite knit tank tops. Partly because it's so fun. And partly because I love these colors.
Yeah.
But Ariel definitely, you made yours way before I did.
Yes. I don't remember when I made it, but it was a couple years ago. It's probably a couple years ago.
I think it was not long after the pattern came out.
Yeah. So yeah, I do. Yours also has a theme, right? Color theme.
Yes, we love a color theme.
Yes, we love a color theme. Mine's also, I themed it.
Together. When I put these yarns in our little tracker, I was like, oh yes, this is so fun.
Yes. Okay. So the main color for mine's is Coast to Coast Classic Sock in the colorway Unexpected Friendship, and then all of the stripes were mini skeins that I got from back then the Yarn Addict.
Oh yeah, Lauren, who is now Little Fiber Co.
Yes. And they were all, fingering weights. I think they were different fingering weight types, but the colorways for the minis were in a Fiber Friends mini set, and so I was like, the theme is friendship, and then Emily's a friend, and this is her pattern, and so I was just like, all friendship.
It's very friendship. Mine is more like tragic crying in a corner, but that also tracks. So this one is all Witchfire Fiber Co. double sock, which is the same as Denali sock. It's an 80/20 2-ply in her Mask Made Me Cry tonals. So there's from each of the books or each of the series is represented in this. And I don't remember which one. I think this is maybe the Nesta color or something. So I don't remember what all of the things are. I didn't put them here, but they're in my notes in Ravelry if you're interested. But it is really fun. And the nice thing about this pattern too is that Emily includes a like computerized graph chart thingy where you can just change your stripe distances. You can play around with the angle if it goes this way or that way. And this is a bottom up knit. It's in Tarja, so it's flat.
Yes.
And we seam it. My gosh, I had to touch myself and see if that was true. It is. And you did a split hem on yours, and yours is very cute, and I did not.
I do, whenever there's an opportunity for a split hem, I go split hem.
Yeah. This is one that I would absolutely also make because I like the shaping and the size and everything in the round in a single color. I have some yarn for it. I would eventually like to do that. And it's just like, it's so cute. It's super wearable. The neckline is like at the perfect place where I feel like I get enough air, but I'm also not giving a lot of boob. Yeah, we match pretty closely.
Yeah.
I didn't really think we had other ones. It was that pink one, this one, and then a Doppio that's also light colored. Really, when I match Ariel more often is when we would match, not the other way around. But this one is Emily's Stripey Turtle Tank. We have all three of her summer knits we have made together, and I totally made this because everybody else had one. I was knitfluenced.
Yes.
So you want to talk about yours first then?
Yes. Okay, so I made two of these, but this is my first version that I made. And
this is per pattern.
Yes. Yes. And so yarn for this one is Woolberry Berry Cashmere in the colorway White Way of Delight. Also, all of the colors for both of my versions are from Woolberry's Anne of Green Gables collection, and I just like smush them all together.
I love the mix that you picked for both of them too.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and then the stripes were all just like minis, also from this collection. And I made size 3. And that's 32 inches in circumference, so that gives me about 2 inches of positive ease. I needed positive ease for this. And then I know that I lengthened the body on this quite a bit more. I think it's like really cropped.
It's really cropped in pattern. Yeah, I did lengthen my body too. The recommended ease is 0 to negative 2 inches. I did go with negative 2 inches. So mine is size 7, which is, and Emily has a lot of sizes for this. Like, I mean, there's a lot of sizes for this because it's just small increments so that your shaping fits well here, but also fits your body. And this is all EKF Denali sock in her summer. I think it's the neutrals. Is that what it was? They got it for me.
Yes.
When you went to the summer market in 2024. And so I, at the time was still thinking that I liked neutrals on me. I do not, in fact, but I do wear this sometimes, and typically with a cardigan that's a little darker colored, and like I would wear the book club over this and I would feel fine about that. But my colors include, this is linen is the main, and then I have Daybreak Trastevere Chinley, Rose Quartz, and Alto Stratus. And I finished this 2024-ish, I think. And I was just like also thinking that I liked knit tank tops, and I also don't really wear them that much, but I do wear under cardigans.
Yeah. I was looking at these colors and I was like, it looks really familiar. I made a shawl in these colors.
The Stephen West shawl, the one that's
the one that everyone,
yeah. I don't remember what it's called.
I can't remember it.
But yeah.
Oh well.
That's true.
Yep.
Same pack.
Oh wait, let me hold up my second version here. This is just a dark version.
And Ariel wore this on a recent episode, and the difference is also I-cords.
Yep.
Oh, just at your neck.
Yes.
Because we have I-cords in our armpits now.
Yeah. I think that the I-cord neck was a pretty common
yeah, there were a bunch of
variation.
people that did that, and I think all the thing that is like, especially if you have this in a wool, it does bring it down off your like the high part of your collarbone, which is I think where you get hottest.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing. I would like to make another one in stripes like this, but I think I want to give myself a bit of a scoop, and Emily and I have talked about how to make that work, and also then I'd put notes in Ravelry, so you might see more of these.
Yay.
Yay. All right, this is our last Emily matching knit, and here's a fun fact. You guys were knitting this. I think you already done yours.
Okay.
This is when I became friends with everybody. When this pattern was in testing. Yes, indeed. Because Charlotte was working on hers the first time we met each other, and that was still towards the end of the test knit. And I remember seeing this test knit, but not knowing who Emily was, and because I was not a podcast watcher for her, and I just met up with Sylvan and then became friends with everybody, and then I was like, oh man, I should have tested this. So I had some FOMO and made this later. This was a yarn I bought at the first block. This is the color tip tee. I did not color tip everything, so I'm a slightly tipless, but I did tip one thing, so okay. This is supposed to have 4 inches of positive ease. It is a top-down set-in sleeve construction, so it has a really nice fit, but there is something I would change. And we'll talk about that. But this is Junie and Sai, merino nylon light fingering in her Learning to Fly. This is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, and it's really like, it's nice. It was a little bit crunchy before I washed it because she told me she changed her dyeing process. But I made a size 6, which is 52 inches, supposedly. But I actually only got 46. I think with wear, I have a little bit more than that now. Like, it's just relaxed a little. And I don't know what I've washed this. I never wash my knits. But I did make this maybe in 2024 then or so. And 2 things I love about this pattern very much is that because Emily does all, for each size, you have your own table chart thing of your increases, so you know which rows to increase on. It's just way easier to like mark off what you're did, but it's also way easier to adjust. So as you can tell, we have 2 different necklines. I did make mine a scoop, and because I was friends with Emily at the time, I was like, can I run this by you, and will you tell me if it looks right? I think her and Sylvan both looked at it and they were like, yep. And the only thing I would change on this is that I like the sizing. I think it's great. If I was on gauge, that would be cool too, because then I could knit less stitches. But there is a little bit of that like rise for me, and I think it's a little bit like just how, because the armpits are truly sort of like at your armpit, I needed a little bit of bust shaping. Just for me, it would be super easy to add. Now that I feel comfortable doing that, if I did make this again, which is on my list to make again, and I actually want to make a long sleeve version, I would add some bust shaping.
Nice. Yeah, so I tested this. I did do the color tip.
Oh yeah, I will. You can't see mine. That's my tip. I have one.
Oh, on the pocket.
My pocket
It's cute.
is, but it's a very similar color.
Yes. I went with, okay, it's probably, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but my main color here is Lavender Fiberco Ritzy Sock in the colorway Nimbus, and it is variegated, but like
it's like opalescent.
Yeah,
You can see it live.
Yes, live. You can actually, and so all of the color tips that I put, I think are in this main color. So I did green for the sleeves, yellow for the pocket, pink for the collar, and then a light blue for the hem. And I think
it's so cute.
I think it's really cute. I really like how it came out.
Yeah.
I made size 2, 36 inches, 6 inches positive ease around there. Yeah. I like how this fit. I've been wanting to make another one of these.
Maybe we'll cast on together.
Our next, another matching. That's
we're gonna try to get this section done real quick because we've got a cloud, and so we're not dying. Yeah. But this is the Doppio by Seunghee Hong. I knit this first.
Yes.
This is one of the first things I feel like I truly knit-fluenced you on.
Yes, I think so.
Partly because I made it light pink.
Yes.
So obviously Ariel was like, yes. I also want to make a light pink one.
Yes.
And she did.
Then I was like, I will join you in a light pink Doppio.
Look at this. Light pink Doppios. We are very similar color for this. It's different colors for sure, but it's very similar vibe even, because we both held a variegated that has similar color splotches. Yours is more green and mine is more red, but it's like a yellowy red and yours is yellowy green. But otherwise they're really similar. So cute. So this pattern is a top down. It also has kind of a big gauge, but you have a lot of yarn here. So we've got, I think every one of our versions is at least 2 fingering and 1 fluffy, but did you hold 2 fluffies for one of them?
I can't remember.
I think you did, but I think that one maybe. For this one, really fast, because there's a lot of yarn here, and I have 3 versions and Ariel has 2. We will do a change, but this one is Malabrigo sock, Malabrigo ultimate sock, and in the color Valentina. That's the only other color that we're matching for something, and we'll talk about that one later. But and Teeny Button Studio in the color Bartok for Suri. And so this for me is 2 socks and a Suri, and they both are like socks with ply, because I have another something that's different. What is yours? Oh, and sorry, this one is probably the only one on gauge. This one is supposed to be 2 to 3.75 inches of positive ease. It is a little bit more fitted. It's supposed to be able to fit under a jacket. That's like literally what you put in the description. For me, this version 1 is 5.49 inches, and so, and I think I'm pretty on gauge for this, so I have about 4 inches of ease, and that it feels great. It's nice, a little bit casual, but like very cute.
I made size 1, 35 inches, so 5 inches positive ease for mine's. I really like the fit of this sweater.
I love the fit of the sweater.
Yarn for this first version of mine, because I was trying to match Meghan as much as possible. So I have 1 strand of Suri in the colorway Rosewood. I can't remember. I feel like the brand of this,
it's called a Fiber Collective. I don't think that they're dying anymore.
And then I had a fingering weight from Lobby and Amy Merino Twist in Nymeria, which is that's where all like the speckly stuff came, the yarn. And then it was Sorella Cashmere sock in the colorway Nolita, which is a light pink. So that's how I got
look, in your notes it also says Woolberry and Coral.
Oh, okay, because I ran out. I think I ran out of the Suri, and so like in the inside folded part, can you see it?
Oh yeah, you can barely tell the difference, but it's a little orangey. It's
just a little bit orangey on the inside. Yeah.
Wow, you ran out the exact right time.
I was like, we're making it work.
Making it work. Yeah. And this does have compound raglan shaping, and it's just such a good fit.
Yes.
Let's do version 2.
Okay.
Okay, so also that first version I made in December of 2023.
Okay.
Because it was kind of early in our friendship, which is why I know it was a new Knitfluence situation. And then you made yours in like January or something, and it took her 5 days. I do remember this. It was the fastest knit ever. I was like, what in the world? And then we were like collectively, I think a bunch of our knit group was making Doppios at the end of 2024. And so we joined in for that, and I made a totally different version, and I finished mine like on December 31st, I'm pretty sure. And you finished yours like also like on December 31st.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I even have here December 2024 for both of these. Amazing. See, I was good.
Yes.
I was right.
Oh my gosh.
And this one for me is a size 4. I wanted it to be a little bit closer fitting, also because I knew I was going to play Yarn Chicken with what I had. So this is what I had it in stash, and it is Mad Tosh Merino Light, which are 100% superwash merino, but they're singles in Lakefront Solid and Crevasse Speckle. So that's where my speckles are coming in. It's white and blue speckles. And then Shibui Silk Cloud in the color Crevasse Solid. And they were like it was a partnership thing that they were doing, a collaboration. And so you can tell like it's very different. This fit is also really different. Also, it's like a little bit smaller because the gauge is a little bit tighter because of the singles, I think. And it had to be real cropped. Otherwise it was not going to be finished. So I just wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that this one is also more cropped than my first version.
Yeah.
Just
also because you were running out of yarn. This one also is a size 4, which is 46 inches. So I made it smaller and cropped. So I don't pick this one up as much because it's like small.
Yeah, so yarn. Okay, I was like trying to think.
This is Paisley knits.
In what combination? So the yarn I use for this is Big Little Yarn Co. Suri Silk. Big Little Yarn Co. Suri Silk and Trusty Sock.
Yep.
both in the colorway Futakuchi Onna. I think it was from her like Monsters something.
Oh yeah.
Collection.
Yeah.
And then also with a paisley knit Sailing Sport, which is 100% baby alpaca, sport weight, really like soft yarn in matcha.
It's such a good. Such a fun color.
But
also the sport makes this feel pretty dense.
Yes, this one is more dense, and it's more floopy, I think, because of the alpaca. But I think it came out really nice. I think that all of the greens makes this a more wearable green for me.
Yeah.
I think the Big Little Yarn Co. green was yellow.
Very yellowy. Yeah.
So I really like how this combination came out. But I was running out of the sport weight yarn, and I think that's why I cropped it just a little bit.
But it looks good. Okay, let me try the last one on. Okay, this is my third one, and the one I made during EKF's Doppio knit along, and nobody else joined me for that, I don't think. Maybe Sylvan did. Oh yeah, Sylvan totally did, because Sylvan loves the Doppio to get rid of yarn. But this one is the only one I modded parts of the pattern too. And so I picked this out with Allie and Darren at the EKF pop-up at La Mercerie, because they told me they were going to do a dope. So I knew ahead of time, and so I got the in for that. And I obviously probably had yarn at home I could have used for this, but I really this was when they had the solstice box there, and so Story Weave is the Suri, and I really loved the Suri. It was such a special colorway, and it's very like pinky, bluey, purpley color, and it looked really amazing live. And so I decided I wanted something that would be pretty fun and high contrast for the background. So I picked these out. Actually, Rena helped me pick these out. We love Rena. And so this is Biche Bouche Le Petit Lamb's Wool in dark blue black and light pink violet. So very different colors, and you can see the marl is real for this, but that's one of the best things I think about a Doppio is the color play. And so this one was really fun. I did a size 4 for this, 46 inches. Also though, because those are like really fluffy fingerings for being really light fingering, my gauge is a little off for this too. So I have actually more size here. I think I have written down as 48.5. It's not huge, but it's got more room. And I did a split hem.
Cute.
And I think I did like a ½ inch more on the back. So it is a little bit high-low, but not dramatic. And that's really the only thing I changed. And I love this version. Yeah. I also made this once as a sample. And so I've made this 4 times.
Okay.
And I can't be stopped. There will be another in my future, I am sure.
I need to also make more Doppios.
I wear it a lot. I wear this one a little less, and I will say this is definitely the least comfortable. It feels really soft, but inside of it, it's a little bit itchy. Oh. And I think it's the Biche Bouche, because it's certainly not the Suri.
Yeah.
Okay. This is also very in our color palettes.
Yes.
This is the Ashling by Maddy Moe. She's got a weird Instagram handle, and we were just talking about this. I think I didn't know that she was a designer. This is not her first design, but I didn't know her as a designer until I saw the test call for this. And I loved her version, and I just wanted one. So we both decided to test. I said, I think we didn't know we were both testing this. Like, I don't think we sent it to each other. Because this must have been early 2024.
Must have been.
Anyway, so this is supposed to have 3 to 8 inches of positive ease. That's what my note says. That's an odd range a little bit, but okay. I made this with, it's probably not gonna look that familiar, but this is the same color as my Birch. This is Periwinkle, dyed for me by Back Loop Yarn Co. on her Suri lace, which is like a very standard 7426 base. This one though is much purplier than what happened on the fingering. I got them to hold together, but I didn't like that contrast of not being exactly the same tone, so I just decided to split, and that's fine because it's great and beautiful. And I made a size 5, which is supposed to be 48 inches. I think that's roughly what this is, though I do think Suri stretches a little bit because it's just got the silk and alpaca, so it's a little bit bigger than that now. But this one is bottom up, split hem, and the coolest thing is, can you show yours? The hem is overlapped, because you start the back and then you cast on the front overlapped, and it's so cute. It's like cute. The cutest thing ever. And it's just one strand of Suri.
It did make it, I felt like it took longer to knit because it was one strand, not only because then the gauge is also smaller, but like you really have to make sure
it a little bit.
But I think it was really worth it.
I wear this all the time.
Yeah, it's really comfortable. For mine, I use Woolberry Berry Surrey in the colorway Hello Autumn. And
It's cute.
I love it.
Yeah, this is a good one. This has since influenced me to buy some more sweater quantities of just Surrey to hold single for some. And I have not made other ones, but I want to because I do wear it a lot.
Yes, same here.
You talk about this one.
Okay, so this is a Moonset Tee. This is by Hailey Smedley, who's Ozetta. And I think I made this one first.
You know what? I was making a sample of this at the same time you were making that one.
Okay, yep.
And then it took me a year or more to cast this on, which, fair.
Yes. Yeah, because this was, it's a tee, but it's a slog. But yeah, okay, recommended use for this is about 4 inches. Positive use is what it says. Yarn I use for this is Coast to Coast Signature Sock in the colorway Red Panda.
I love this color.
This color is so good. I want more. I want more. And I made the size extra small, which is 36 inches. So that's about 6. I think I like a 6 inches positive ease.
I think you do too. And it looks good on you. This one actually did oversize a little bit. And I think it's because I made maybe the large for my sample and I tried it on and it fit okay. But I didn't like the way that the like arm situation was just for me. And I wanted a relaxed feel for this one. So I made a size 2XL, which is supposed to be 50 inches. But I was off gauge because... who gauge swatches? That's silly. So this is 52 inches and I have quite a lot. Like you can tell there's 7 or 8 inches of ease in here and it's quite roomy, but it's so easy to throw on.
Yep.
So even though I tell myself all the time I don't like more ease, sometimes it really just depends on the pattern.
Yeah.
This one, because of the boxy fit of it, was perfect for that. And this is a top down where you do the collar at the same time and it's got like some of the fun features. There's also a pullover, which you've made.
Yes.
And I have on my list. And it's got these, you know, just like simple sleeves and rolled edges, you know, all that stuff. So mine is EKF Earthy Sock in Sangria. And I just talked about this on my podcast too already, but when I was doing my gleanering, it was because of this. This sweater was the pilliest of all pills, partly because I wear it a lot and I often have like a crossbody bag on when I'm doing stuff, and this one I feel like it's workhorsey, so I can just like wear it out and do stuff with my family. I wear a crossbody bag and I just had the pills in like the underarm and like where the bag was. You know what? I shaved this. It looks brand new. I'm gonna get close so you can see. Wow, beautiful.
This is so pretty.
This is Sangria from her Barcelona collection, and this is one of my favorite like surprise colorways because there's lots of colors in here, and I think you can see it in the sunshine. Look at all of those. There's like lots of yellows and oranges, but it's overall like almost like a redder bricky red color, but like it just has so much depth.
There's so much color.
And we just want to share with you that here while we're filming, our good friend Jess is just sitting and watching us because she's the best and we're off work today and everyone wants to celebrate together, but she is working on a moonset tee, and when she is done this moonset tee, I will be the most jealous human alive because she is making it out of K-pop Demon Hunters color from 40 Winks. What is the color called? Saja Boys. And it's like pops of neon on black and it's the best color ever. And when she brings it back, I'm actually not going to make a moon set out of it, but I'm going to buy some of this color and that's going to be my Birch color. Wait for it, everybody. It's going to be great. Yes. Okay, on to the next. I feel like this one is so cute. Okay. This is the clay. Also by Hailey Smedley, who's Ozetta. This is also, she has a lot of oversized things.
Yes.
This is a bigger oversize, so 10 to 11 inches of ease. I don't typically listen to that, especially this one I did not, and I have about 5 or 6 in this one. But I also knew this because I made this first as a gift knit for my sister-in-law in a hot pink, and it was not a color that I really wanted to have. I actually bought that color in a different base, and so I will have some sweater in that, but I knew as soon as I finished it that I wanted to have one. But it took me, again, more than a year to cast on, but you decided to make it because I made it and you liked it.
Yes, I really loved it. I mean, I feel like there's some Ozetta patterns where I'm like, it's cute, but there's other things I want to make.
But then you see it live.
Yes, you see it live. You see it in a color that you really like. And I mean, I like the pink. I obviously did not make a pink version, but I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta make it.
And then we both did something funny.
Yeah.
And we both decided to make this out of worsted instead of DK.
Yes. I specifically bought this yarn for this sweater, And then only at the time I started casting on, I was like, wait a second. Why did I buy
this? Is not the right base.
Wait, yeah, very odd. But this was a Woolberry Rambouillet yarn.
I love this. It's so soft.
It's so good. This is like when I think sweatshirt.
Yes.
Feel
very sweatshirt vibes.
Yes, I love it. I put this over this. There's a lot of ease. This is extra small.
Yeah, 39 inches.
Yes,
that's crazy.
And so it is big. Also, I guess maybe
you were
I'm
over
also
probably.
A little bit bigger, but like it's perfect because I can literally put it over anything.
Yeah.
And it's great. Keeps me warm. I love it. Oh, and the yarn colorway is called Stargazing.
It's so pretty.
I love it.
I also wear this color. This is a color I can wear. But I made this out of something in stash. So when I made for my sister-in-law Cress, I actually knew right away that I had this already, and I was going to make it out of this just very long way. This is Cascade 220 though, in the 220 Heathers in Summer Sky Heather, and it's non-super wash base also. And this is not as soft by any means.
Oh, but
it's a little crunchy, but it's like, I think this is such a workhorse yarn, and I will absolutely use it for other things for myself even. But this one, I really love the color. This one, I thought this is a color I was going to reserve for my husband because he looks great in blue, but I decided to not. And that's
Keep
my
it
choice.
For yourself. Yes.
And I love this one. Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
I'm going to tell on Ariel again. So Ariel still doesn't have buttons on this one. And when I was looking at pictures on Ravelry, because I put our notes together, she has a picture with her hair over the button side. And I was like, cheater. I know what's happening here. This would be such a cute one to put buttons on. I feel like you have the cutest color. Okay. This is the Market Henley.
My first knit by Claire Jackson.
I can't believe this is your first by her.
Know.
I knit Fluenced Ariel because I tested this. I've knit and tested so many Claire patterns. She's one of my favorite designers, and I hope that you make more of her patterns because you liked this one. The construction was fun.
Yes.
She's gonna come out with a Market Raglan actually. But the Henley has got this fun little detail of you can obviously unbutton or button. It's real buttons. You could also sew that down if you don't care for that. And it is in a waffle knit texture, and it is a fingering weight garment, and I made mine in EKF Denali sock in flock that I got during the first flock, and it must have been, I think this was coming out as like a flock adjacent pattern for Claire in the 2024 flock because I took pictures with her there for this, and I know it wasn't last year because I took other pictures with her for another test, and I made size 52 inches. She doesn't have numbers because it's just a big chart, and if you want to learn more about her patterns, you can watch another episode where I talk lots about how her pattern writing is, but I really enjoy making things that she designs.
Yeah. I was just thinking about, this is actually the second. I said first, but this was the first pattern I bought from her, and I tested a vest from her, and that was like the
Islander.
Yes, but
I
yeah,
haven't
this
made
was
that
the
one.
first pattern I bought from her.
Oh, okay.
And so at this point I had like, some idea of how she does her patterns.
Yeah.
And it was very different for me, so it was, but it was good. It was like once you know what to expect, then it all went really smoothly.
Yeah.
And I really like this. I want to make another one of this. Also, I've seen like
is yours an earthy sock? Oh, it is.
Yes,
earthy
this
sock.
is earthy sock Explorer knits in the colorway in Bloom.
And I also have this in earthy DK. This color.
Oh, I know this color. This color is really good. Here, close up.
It's so much more depth up close. I
Yes.
think mine too because of Allie.
yours too.
Allie is just, she's so incredible. But you get like a really even variegated. I don't even think I helically knit this or anything, and you just get lots of like fun tone. This one has every Seattle color in it. That's why it's called Flock.
It's so cute.
So it's a little bit strange of a palette, but also I couldn't say no.
Yeah, it's very cute. And I think in the stitch pattern.
Yeah, I still feel like you can
really
see it, but
nice.
it's interesting.
Yes.
And I was one of the only testers to do a variegated, and I think that helped people to see that you could do a variegated for this.
And still see
the pattern. Yeah.
Which I think is really good.
Yeah. This is also our only Samantha.Guerin matching pattern. I have not knit many of hers, but she has so many great patterns, so that's a little bit surprising to me.
We have a cowl.
Oh, we have that. Yes, the grid gambit.
Yes.
But again, we didn't bring very many of those things because we just have so many. That would be a crazy long episode. This is already going to be long. This is the Superlative Sweater, and this is designed for boucle. So we knit this because it was designed for boucle, and we got this boucle for this? Did you get this for this? I got this for this. This is To the Stars Who Listen from EKF in boucle and cashmere DK. We actually are using the exact same base.
Yes. Yes.
And just in different colors.
Just
Yours
in different
is?
colors. My color is oxide for both.
And okay, so this one is supposed to have 4 to 8 inches of positive ease. I made a size 48, so that's only got 3 inches on me, but it feels boxier than that. I think there's something about the fit of this. Like, I really don't think it's grown much, but it's very sweatshirt. This is the most sweatshirty to me. I wear this one all the time, just like a sweatshirt over whatever t-shirt I'm wearing in my house if I need to be a little bit warmer. I pick it up tons. Actually, both my boucles I wear a lot. This has like a little bit of like, it's got a folded hem, so it's got like, it just has sweatshirt finishes. We knit this together. We cast this on at our first knit weekend. Okay, so it must have been in 2023. We cast this on together, or we're knitting it together at least at our knit weekend. And this is another one. We're the only ones that finished.
Yep.
Katie cast on this pattern with us and then decided not to complete this pattern. It just wasn't a good fit for her. And then Sylvan cast on something different, but I think she was done with hers or nearly done with hers. But she cast on a different pattern, but she did also finish her boucle. So maybe she did finish with us. It was just a slightly different pattern.
Yes.
And we decided to match exactly.
Yes.
Partly because it was nice to pick something that was boucle, because boucle is the craziest gauge of your life.
Yes. Yes. I think Sylvan and Katie, didn't it also have oxide?
Everybody had oxide but me, which I'm not going to wear that color.
It's a cute color.
It is, but just...
Okay, I do have some notes on this. This is not... I wanted to love this knit, and it's not like... It's just a fit issue for me. I did make size 2, which is 36 inches, so that would give me about 6 inches. And I know I've said 6 inches feels right for me, but I think for something like this, I want something more.
I do think it looks a little close for you.
Also because I think in the arms, it is for something that I want it to be oversized, it is very in my armpit.
And I think it's the arm side depth for that size, because I don't have that problem. And I think that's why I wear mine so much. And the same, Katie had similar issues, and so it's the smaller sizes just maybe were not graded as sweatshirt vibes.
Yes, but I love boucle, so.
I mean, weirdly ditto. Okay, now it's time to talk about our second shawl, and I really only bring this up partly, hey, that's a great match for you. And this, I figured this would be a good time for me too, but this is a pattern that we sort of did not use a pattern for. It's just a 2-color brioche. I'm calling it crosshatch. I called it on my podcast crosshatch hacked because we didn't use a pattern, but we used the influence of 2 like strikingly different colors of a brioche 2-color knit. But I went with colors very close to what Jared used. This is by Jared Flood, who's, I don't remember his handle, but he's like Brooklyn knitting guy, Brooklyn tweed designer. But I used colors similar and sort of similar weights. I used a worsted, I used heavy merino from Knitting for Olive and Ulysses and Cell, and Knitting for Olive in Coal, so it's just black and white. And I decided I wanted that graphic look. I wanted that graphic look because that is what Emily, our friend, asked us to knit this with her because she was mid-project for like more than a year and needed some friends to get her through the hurdle. And we both finished before her. Did I? I think I might have finished after her, but just after her. And I put mine on timeout for a while too. But we did really different. So mine are both non-superwash, and I just did a traditional scarf look, and Ariel did not.
I did not. And obviously, as you can see, my colors are different. I did one. This color is Sorella Classic Sock, held double in the colorway Hollywood Studios, and then this side is Coast to Coast Yarn Co. Classic DK in the colorway Sprinkle. And
I love that color too.
I know, it's so good. And this was just yarn I had in stash, and I think I had 2 skeins of each and just kept going until I ran out of one of them. And I sewed the ends together so that it would be
a big infinity. It's quite large though, and yours is wider than mine. I also cast on less stitches than you or Emily. But like not by a ton. It does open up a lot, the brioche. So yeah. There we are. That's another one that just took us a long time, so I figured I'd include it. Plus it was a friend time. Friend time.
Friend time.
Hoodie. why don't you made this first? So talk about it.
Okay, so this is the No Sweatshirt by Park Williams, and this was my first hoodie that I knit.
Yes, and now you have the downtown and the traveler.
Yes, so this was like a good, I feel like this was a good like first hoodie.
Very simple.
And it is a DK weight knit. I use Woolberry Berry Natural, so I use a non-superwash yarn for this in mornings at the coffee shop, and I really like how this came out. This is a reverse stockinette knit, and so
you can see on yours side. More than mine.
Yeah, I think in a variegated you can really tell like it's like
I love the opposite side of variegated.
I think it adds just like a little extra instead of like stripes. It kind of has
well, and because I think you get the interruption of the line before or after whatever, so you get more color play.
Yes. So this came out really nice. The recommended ease for this is 3 to 5, and I think that 3 to 5 inches, and I think it is a cropped.
Yes, cropped.
And I think there also is some shaping to be like, but I don't think I did that, or if I did, not
I did mine
all
late
the way. Yeah,
because I put a note in Ravelry and I read that and I was like, huh, silly of me.
Yeah. I made size extra small. It's about 35 inches. That's around the 5-inch. This feels good for this one.
I think it looks great on you too.
Yeah.
Well, put your hood up because the hood on this was a little interesting. Also, I think that's why this one is a great first knit because the hood is simple.
Yes.
It's just you just pick up stitches and knit and then you sew down.
Yes. Like right.
And there are two versions. You must have done the kind of rounded version, which is also what I did. There's some decreases or something to make it a little bit less.
Oh yeah, I did not want the pointy look.
Yeah, the pointy look I didn't want either.
Yeah.
And then I made mine. So why I got influenced by Ariel is this is actually the very first project I ever remember you showing up to a knit night and saying this is newly finished.
Oh.
And we were at the cider place.
Oh.
Yonder.
Oh.
In Ballard. And we were just outside. And I just remember that moment in time. And I put it on my mental list to make. And so I have made it.
Yay.
And I made this, I made this last year, early in the year, and I wore it quite a bit in the summer. This yarn is real strange. So I'll tell you about it really quick. I got this, it's String Yarns, New York City, that's the brand. They are not a yarn company anymore. This is called Oasis. It is 45% linen, 33% cotton, 11% cashmere, and 11% silk. That sounds bougie. This yarn is crunchy.
Crunch.
So crunchy. In navy and gray twist. And it was okay to knit with, but relatively unpleasant when I first put it on. I was like, oh no.
Ew.
And this is expensive too. This yarn is like 50 gram little ball things were like $40 or something. I got this for free from somebody who was destashing their house and just sent me a box, and I think I paid her $100, which was really just shipping for the box. But anyway, it was a lot of pounds here. I got like several sweater quantities for, let's call it free. And this one, though, I made an extra large, 51 inches. It's a little bit bigger than that 52. I put in Ravelry. I hope this softens up with wear. I have not washed it again. And it feels way better. Okay. It still feels a little bit crunchy, but I do wear this a lot. I wore it a lot in like the fall time last year, and I did really fun like super bright contrasting I-cords.
Yeah.
And I did pick it up a lot, and it was a good like when you're going into evening, so it might be a little bit warm at first and then be warm enough. And the color's a little bit weird with this. It is a 2-tone yarn, so you get like a really different Marley effect.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to hold up this side. You can see on the knit side, like it kind of is, it looks like static.
Yeah. It's cute.
Ariel doesn't want to wear this one. We'll be really short for this one. This is the ripple crop top. This is the one top that I think I found out while I was researching on Ariel's Ravelry that we actually have this one in common. She didn't know. She didn't remember. She hasn't put this one on in 5 years.
Yep.
So here we are.
Yep.
I think it's cute. It looks really cute on. I don't grab this one a lot because it is very short. I ran out of yarn. I think I only did this with like 2 skeins of yarn, and she made the pattern is really cropped. So I was in the yarn recommended like amount of yarn, but I would absolutely add like 3 inches to this if I was doing it again. Or I really have to wear it over like skirts or dresses, and I just don't really dress that way. So for me, I don't grab it a lot. It is very also chest forward. It's supposed to have 1 inch of negative ease to 1 inch of positive ease, and I made a size 5, which is 45 inches, so that's 0 ease. But it just, and that's like a misleading because it's 0 ease at like if you stretch out your ripples, the 2x2 ribbing, or 3x3. So I don't know, you know, there's feelings about it, but I don't hate that I made this. And I did make a modified one for my kid because it's super stretchy, so she's gonna be able to wear it for a long time. And this is Carlsbad worsted from EKF in Balearic Sea, also from the Barcelona collection. And
pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
It's a very pretty color. This one for mines, it was Malabrigo Rios in Valentina.
Does that
That's
sound my
familiar?
Doppio?
Yep. So yeah, like this color. Yeah, it's just been a very long time. I would.
She doesn't wear negative E's.
I do not wear negative E's. I have learned. This was early on in my knitting journey. But I would make this again, just in a different size and longer.
I want to also make this in fingering weight because the fingering weight one has positive E's, and I like the look of it. I just don't know also that I want a super close fitted worsted weight t-shirt. It's not something I grab. This, and I wear my Superlative a lot. She does not, but this is another Jessie May pattern called the Northwoods V Neck. We decided to do boucle part 2, I think because Katie wanted to do boucle and Emily wanted to join in boucle, also in oxide. So there'll be 4 oxide knits if they ever finish. They also have not finished. Emily's brought hers out of timeout a couple of times. So we did cast this on all together at a knit weekend in 2024, and I am so in love with this sweater for so many reasons, but I don't know that I'd recommend other people to make this in boucle. Is that a weird sentence? But I'm going to tell you about it. This is supposed to have 6 to 8 inches of positive ease. This is made though as a pattern for regular DK yarn, and so it does not have the gauge components that trouble us for boucle. We all cast this on because nobody wanted to gauge swatch and had to all recast on. So there's some things, maybe just make a gauge swatch if you're going to try to do some sort of funny maths. I made a size 5. I wanted it to be oversized, and I wanted it because I think I also wanted to like use as much yarn as possible or whatever. So I was gonna make it 52 inches. It ended up being 53, and this is also like, again, another thing I love to wear that's oversized, even though I don't pick oversized all the time. But this one is made with Long Dog yarn in the colorway Battle for Helm's Deep from her one collection, and I am so in love with the fact that I have a variegated boucle shirt. That's one of the things I love about it, but I also like the colors are absolutely amazing in this. Blues, purples, teals, it's everything I love in one sweater. And I like the V-neck depth on this a lot. Yours is a little bit less deep than mine, but I like, because I picked a bigger size, like it's really got a nice V-neck, but I still have no chest in this. Like I feel very comfortable wearing this to work. Now, the reason I wouldn't recommend is you have to do some fun math. If you have a chest, even though I have like so much room in this gave me the biggest bell shape. And so if you look kind of closely, you can see that I actually conquered the bell shape by putting in short rows. I did a whole bell short row just to get this to the same level. Whatever was happening with the boucle here and the V-neck and the other things, I had all the finishings done when I tried it on, and it looked crazy. And so I got to right where I wanted the hem, and I ended the back part where I wanted the hem, and I added the whole bell shaping, and then I went to the hem, and it's perfect. But that was a lot of math and concern that I wouldn't wish upon other people. So I don't know if it's just the pattern, and you can see even in her striped version, there's a little bit of a bell on her sample person, but it was really dramatic for me, and I wouldn't have worn it that way. So I'm glad I could fix it, but I wear it all the time. My most worn knit of last year.
Ooh.
Even over t-shirts.
Wow. Yeah, I also love this knit. This is my favorite boucle. I wear this quite often, and I really like the fit. I like the V-neck.
I like the color.
I really like this color. So if this is EKF boucle DK in the colorway Churros Con Chocolate. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. This is my brown pink.
It's your brown pink.
It's my brown pink. This color is a favorite of mine. And yeah, I mean,
you made it extra small.
I must have made an extra small, but I have positive ease, so
yeah, it says 28 inches, and that's not what's happening here. But you cannot possibly get gauge.
No, I don't think so. I have to size down. For me, boucle, I have to size down.
Needles and the size.
Yes, even for boucle specific patterns, I have to size down. I think I just knit super loose with boucle.
Yeah, me too. But we'll do it again.
Yes. boucle. I have not boucled yet this year, I think, so it's coming.
Maybe soon.
It's coming.
We are filming at Ariel's, and I made this whole checklist, and I did not go through the checklist. I told you when I got here.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't go through the checklist, but I'm pretty sure I got everything.
It's okay.
I didn't, but sadly enough, I'm missing the one that we made as our first cowl together. But we have a really great picture, and I'm going to put it up here. That includes Sylvan, because there's one of me, her, and Sylvan at the beach when we were at a knit weekend in 2023. And this is
Friendship by Amy Sure.
It was her flock pattern for 2023 for the first year of flock.
Yes.
Which is so nice.
About that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's supposed to have 4 inches of positive ease. Ariel is modeling 33.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Dead on. And this is also this is the first time I'd never knit with Knitting for Olive or and you were using it, and I think I felt it, and that's why I was like, oh, this is like on my radar as actually probably a pretty good thing to knit with.
Yeah. I do. I've knit with the Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino a few times, and I've liked it.
Yeah.
It's not like the softest yarn, but it's not.
No, but it holds its shape so well.
It holds its shape, and it's not itchy.
Right.
Like, it's not pokey.
Yeah.
I don't get the poke, but I do get the rustic, but not like terribly so. It's good.
And I, which will be up here as a picture, made mine in a superwash merino worsted in the colorway Dreamland 2.0 because she had a dye difference. Also from Backloop, not dyeing anymore. And I made size E, which is 50.25, and it's pretty cropped. I think that's the thing that I would change on it. But this is a bottom-up raglan. And it was also my first doing that, and I will tell you,
it's crazy.
It's not my favorite way to knit either, but I do like the effect of it, and I think that it's really cute. It's a cute knit. I don't wear mine a lot because it's too cropped, and just I think like something about because the neckline and like things in it, even though mine is superwash and is a little bit drapier than like yours is, it feels not as fluid on my body, and I feel like I'm always kind of adjusting myself.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, that's why I didn't bring it. No, I'm just kidding. I forgot it, but that's all of our knits.
Woo!
Wow. Hopefully this is not like 7 hours long, but we've been filming for a while. We've had a lot of fun.
Yes, this is really fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad the weather cooperated. Like,
it did.
Hot, but
it's hot, but it's not raining.
Yeah.
So we're taking that as a win.
Yep.
I will be posting this. I don't know, maybe we'll do it in 2 parts or we'll just do it in one, but it'll be on one of our channels. And if you don't watch the other one of us, or if you've found us just because of this Buddy Knits episode, please find us. I'm a Knotty Mess on YouTube.
I'm Ari Knits.
And we post weekly update episodes that we just talk about the things that we're making. So if you watch us, you've probably seen most of these things, though not all of them, probably. And we love to match. Knitting with friends is the most fun.
Yes.
And we didn't even cover in this our color matching knits because they're just colors, not knits.
Yes.
But maybe in another episode, if you guys thought this was fun, let us know if there's other things that you were observing about us and our, colors. It's funny, right now we've got our last batch of like 10 knits on the table, and Ariel's is very distinctly pink and brown, and mine is very distinctly teal.
Yep.
And maybe a little purple.
Yep.
And that's so us. But yeah, we've had fun, and we'll get this posted, and please come watch us in our regular update episodes and give us some comments below. Did you like this format? Obviously we're not going to be able to do this very frequently, but maybe in a couple years we'll do another revisit.
Yep.
Or is there anything else you want to know about us and our knitting? We'd love to answer questions, and we'd love to see you in our channels in our next weekly updates.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.